Hello, everyone. Today we'll be discussing concepts related to statement assumptions. Statement assumptions appear in a lot of entrance exams. Now, when we look at statement assumption questions, let's have a look at a few questions. Okay, so if you look at the directions, every question is followed by a statement is there. And normally here what we see is there are two assumptions. Now, the questions that asks is only assumption one is implicit, only assumption two is implicit. Implicit means it is understood. Like, for example, when I'm making this video, there are some assumptions that people will watch the video. One. Second, if the subject here is statement assumptions, it means that the person, as a person here who is making this video, feels that this will benefit the students. Okay, the two assumptions that I'm making when I'm making this video is the video will be watched. Second, it will be useful to the students. Okay. Second, let's say my language of communication here is English to some extent. Now, what I understand is those people who are watching the video will be able to understand the language in which I communicate. So very simply put, we have two things when we talk in terms of assumptions. Assumptions are primarily referred to as unstated premises. Assumptions for the first level. Assumptions, it is related to an unstated premise. क्या सोचकर कोई काम करते हैं. जैसे मैं एक शहर में एक होर्डिंग लगाता, तो मैं क्या सोचकर होर्डिंग लगाता, कोई लोग उसे देखेंगे और मेरे दुकान के प्रति आकर्षित होंगे. ओके, मैं अगर घर की पेंटिंग कराता तो मेरी अजम्पशन क्या है, घर देखने में सुंदर लगेगा, ठीक है, मेरे लिए रहने में मुझे ज्यादा बेहतर लगेगा. Agreed? So few things we need to understand. And assumption when we are talking about, it is always one step behind. Okay, मैं क्या सोचकर कोई काम करता हूं. Okay, now let's have a look at a few questions. Okay, the first question out here. Tanu asked her servant to get vegetables from the market. Tanu asked her servant to get vegetables from the market. The servant will be able to purchase the vegetables. बिल्कुल सही. अगर तनु को कहीं भी लगता कि the servant will not be able to purchase the vegetables, will Tanu say to the servant to go down and purchase vegetables? No. The servant will be able to locate the vegetable market. बिल्कुल सही. ये दोनों चीजें अगर तनु को पता है तभी तनु सामने वाले को कहेंगी कि जाकर vegetables ले आइए. So in this case, if you find both assumption 1 and assumption 2 are implicit. Okay. Let's look at statement 2. Question number 2. Activists won the parliament to pass the Women's Reservation Bill. The bill will propose 30% seats in the Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies should be reserved for women. The passing of the bill will lead to empowerment of women in the political arena. Now, when 33% of the seats are being reserved in the Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies for the women, women will have more representation in the Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies. Therefore, it will lead to an empowerment. Yes. Therefore, the Women's Reservation Bill. Okay. The provisions will lead to decrease in the incidence of crimes against women. Now, when we talk in terms of Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies, are we discussing crime in any way? The answer is no. We are talking in terms of the political arena only. So option 1, assumption 1 is implicit, yes. Assumption 2 is definitely not implicit. Okay. Let's look at question 3. The government wants to make a change in the adoption laws so that only married couples are allowed to adopt children. So that only married couples are allowed to adopt children. Married couples need children more than unmarried ones. Can the government assume that they need more children? We are thinking from the point of view of the government, not from the point of view of the married couple. So assumption one will definitely not be your answer. Married couples will make better parents. The government is thinking for the welfare of the child, therefore they are making a change in the adoption laws. They want the betterment of the children. They feel that married couples will make better parents. Yes. Therefore, assumption two is the correct answer here. Okay, is implicit. Okay. Let's look at question number 4. Producers prefer to sign George, a pedestrian actor. Pedestrian actor is a simple actor. Is a simple actor, not a great actor, a simple actor. Who are others for their films, despite the fact that he doesn't have a hit film to his name. So George is a simple actor. He doesn't have a hit film to his name, but yet you find that people prefer to sign George. George, irrespective of his acting skills, is a very bankable actor. Bankable means dependable actor. We do not know. George may be a versatile actor. He might have a sense of timing, a sense of comedy. He might be polite, courteous in dealing with his transactions. Might be a very dependable or a bankable actor. Not sure. This cannot directly be inferred or assumed. Similarly, George is very handsome and charming. That is again talking about his looks. Nothing to do with acting again. So again, both these statements cannot be assumed. Okay. Okay, let's look at the next question. In order to tackle traffic problems, the authorities have decided to cut down on the number of cars that can be registered every month. The growing number of cars is one of the major reasons for congestion. Congestion means jams on the roads. Now, in order to tackle traffic problems, the authorities have decided to cut down on the number of cars. Why specifically cars? Because they might be a reason for the congestion. Yes. So this definitely is one of your answer choices. People prefer to commute by cars. Again, we do not. People, when we say people, it is not referring to one person, two people, or three people. It refers to all the people. We cannot infer about all the people based on the statement given. Okay. Let's have a look at the next question. Scientists believe that a galaxy like our Milky Way exists in this cosmos. Cosmos means universe. The new galaxy has an Earth-like planet that supports life. Okay, Earth and Earth-like planets have the potential to support life. Yes, this is possible because the new galaxy has an Earth-like planet that supports life. Earth and Earth-like planets have the potential. So we are not saying it is a certainty, they have the potential, possibility to support life. Yes, only an Earth-like planet? No, when we say Earth-like planet support life, we are not talking about anything else. So the word only an Earth-like planet would be an extreme choice. So this definitely is not your answer. Assumption one, definitely yes. Assumption two, okay. Pickpocketing has become rampant in crowded places. Rampant means frequent. Okay. Pickpocketing is primarily when someone's purse gets stolen. Pickpocketing is a banned activity. Nothing about it being a banned activity. We do not know. So again, this cannot be assumed. Second, pickpocketing takes place only in crowded places. Again, the word only makes it an extreme answer choice. So this also definitely would not be your answer. None of the options are your answer. Okay. The world is nothing but a mass of matter enlivened by consciousness. Enlivened as a word means made more lively. Made more lively, made more entertaining by consciousness. Consciousness can give life. Can it give life? It can enliven it. But can it give life? No. So assumption one is not your answer. Okay? The world is nothing but dead. Dead matter in the absence of consciousness. We are not talking in terms of life and death here. We are very simply talking about enlivening things, making it more interesting, making it more active, making it more lively. So again, none of the assumptions, they follow here. Okay. Let's say, look at question on the next question. No living being other than man is a social animal. No living being other than man is a social animal. Non-living beings, इसकी बातचीत नहीं हो रही है. So this is definitely not your answer. There is at least one more living being other than man. Now, no living being other than man. It indicates that the author is talking about, he's thinking of other living beings as well. Okay, but he says no living being other than man. That means there is at least one more living being other than man. Yes. Therefore, this is definitely your assumption. Let's look at one more question. Child abuse is increasing and has become a major form of human exploitation in India. Child abuse is increasing and has become a major form of human exploitation in India. Children can be subjected to abuse. Child abuse is increasing. That means children can be subjected to abuse and exploitation in India. Yes. And has become a major form of human exploitation. That means other forms of exploitation also do exist. So other forms of human exploitation. So assumption 2 is also your answer. Remember, when I am solving questions on assumptions, the most important point is मैं क्या सोचकर आपसे ये बात कह रहा हूँ. What is the background processing that is happening in my mind when I'm doing a particular action? Like when you are taking an entrance exam, the assumptions are I'll be able to crack the entrance exam, I'll be able to get into a good college, which will help me make a good career for myself. If any of the assumptions are negated out here, then the point of my sitting in the entrance exam will not serve the purpose. So assumptions, anything that we do, is like when we switch on a TV, when we are bored. The assumption is the episodes that I might be watching will enliven me. Will make my time something interesting, will make it will be something entertaining that I will watch, and it will enliven me, it will re-energize me, it will make me feel happy. Okay. So with this, I'll end this video out here. Thank you.